What is good, YouTube? You know what it is. It's your boy AJ. Man, oh man, One Piece, y'all. One Piece. If y'all don't know, I don't know how y'all wouldn't know, especially if you're watching this video. But if y'all don't know, One Piece Chapter 1000 is right around the corner. That's crazy. That's big. That's really big for the series. It isn't a lot of series that make it to Chapter 1000. And all of this has had me thinking about my One Piece journey. You know, it's crazy. One Piece wasn't my first anime, which, I mean, it probably wasn't a lot of y'all's first anime. With me personally, my first anime was actually Naruto. Yeah, I pretty much solely watched Naruto, watching Red Naruto for about 7 years. I want to say from about 2007 to when it ended in 2014. Naruto was my childhood. And I remember when Naruto was ending, I wanted to find more anime and manga to get into. For years at that point, I'd been reading something weekly. I needed that fix. I needed to keep it going. So at the time, or pretty much before that, most of my life, I told myself, if I don't watch Naruto, I'm gonna watch Bleach. Because out of the big three, that was the big three era, One Piece, Naruto, and Bleach. Out of the big three, Bleach seemed the most like Naruto. One Piece just seemed way out there, too wacky for me. I tried to watch it on Toonami sometimes, and I just couldn't get into it. So with that being said, once Naruto ended, I pretty much transitioned into Bleach. And at this point, I think it's it's January 2015. I caught all the way up to Bleach, because before that, I had been actually keeping up with Bleach for a couple years, just casually on my leisure time. But once Naruto was about to end, I just kind of went full blast. Okay, let me catch up to Bleach so I can read it weekly. So yeah, beginning of 2015, I think I'm in my junior year of high school. I catch up to Bleach, and I'm reading it on a weekly basis. And I'm gonna be real with you, it's not giving me that same feeling that I was previously getting from Naruto reading it weekly. A lot of the Bleach chapters were real short. At that time, they were going to the last arc. It was a war arc, so it was a lot of action chapters. You know, it just didn't give me that good feel on a weekly basis. I felt a little unsatisfied. One day, I'm just chilling in my room, and something just told me, I wanted to read some manga, and something told me, read One Piece. And little did I know that'd be one of the best decisions I feel like I made for myself as a person, because here we are now. One Piece, at first, it was kind of slow. Like, it didn't capture me in the beginning. Like, it was just kind of what I was seeing on TV, just kind of slow start. You see Luffy pop out the barrel, and then he meets Zoro, and then he meets Nami, and that was just regular run of the mill stuff. But I'm gonna be real with you, I almost dropped the series. Like, I almost did not read it once we got to Syrup Village. Oh my gosh, man! Like, let me tell you, that Syrup Village was hard to get through for me. I did not like Usopp at first. I didn't like it. Was just slow. I'm like, man, I do not like this series. Little did I know, the next arc will be the arc that kind of brought me in a little bit. Next arc was the Bratier arc, which had the introduction of Mihawk. That I liked Don Krieg at the time. It kind of made the world feel bigger than it previously felt. And the Bratier arc brought me in. Like, okay, I like this. I like the Mihawks. It was really the Mihawk stuff for me. And then the Sanji flashback at the time. It was just, I'm like, okay, I'm liking this. That was the first arc I could legit say that was a good arc. I really liked it. And then it went and got even better than the Arlong Park arc. The Arlong Park arc, seeing Nami's backstory, Arlong, the character Arlong. I'm a sucker for villains. I like good villains, and I felt like Arlong was a great villain for that time period. I didn't like him. Now, of course, as the series went along, we learned more about him. But at the time, I didn't like him, and I just wanted them to beat him, and I liked the story and everything. And from there, once I seen in Nami's flashback, I saw Bellemere, her mother, get killed. I was like, okay, I'm into this series. This series, it invokes that emotion. Because I seen that, I was like, damn, that really happened. Like, it was a crazy moment, and that was like the moment for me in the series where I was like, okay, I like this series. After the Arlong Park arc, and then they go into the Grand Line from there, I'm like, oh yeah, full steam ahead, I'm rocking with this. From there, we go into the Grand Line, and things really just get better. We go into the Alabasta Saga. That's real good. Skypiea, that's pretty really good. And I just remember like how I was loving reading it, loving. That was like the funnest catch up I've ever had. Like I caught the Bleach. Bleach was a cool, decent catch up, but it was like whatever. And Naruto, I always kind of caught up to Naruto, and I wasn't at the time. I don't think I was reading anything else at the time. I could be wrong, but I don't recall reading anything else. But yeah, it was just I love the adventure aspect of One Piece. It just was awesome. Like I really loved it, and the problem was like catching up. I wanted people to talk to. Like I wish I had somebody experience this with me. And there was actually this guy on YouTube who was catching up. I used to watch his videos. He doesn't. I don't think he makes videos anymore because he didn't even finish his little read through. He was reading the manga too. So I used to watch his videos after I read a specific chapter. And he, you know what I'm saying, just to get that feel, I really loved it, man. I'm blitzing through a lot of this stuff. I'm only reading One Piece. I'm not watching it because for me, the One Piece anime, even to this day, it's gotten better. The last two arcs, the Whole Cake Island and the Wano arc, like I could see like myself watching anime. I just haven't done it. But the One Piece anime doesn't do it justice in my personal opinion. Like the One Piece anime has always been pretty lacking. It's just they don't go out their way to add in good stuff. Like they just, I don't know, the way it's done is just, it doesn't really, most of the time doesn't really do it for me. That might be unpopular, but no, I'll say this: One Piece for me, definitely out of the big three, has the worst anime. Like I don't care, no, even though it doesn't have a ton of filler, there's just a lot of like slow moments, a lot of like, okay, y'all could have added stuff to this. The music, I'm not a huge fan of the music. Yeah, it's just certain things I think the Naruto and Bleach anime have over it. But anyways, back on track. I think it took me about 4 months to catch up. 4 months because I'm in school and everything. 4 months to officially catch up to One Piece. Did it take 4 months? No, it definitely took longer than 4 months. I'm tripping. I took my time. At one point, I was blitzing through it, but I started to take my time. So, no, it might only took 4 months. I don't know. It's neither here nor there. I caught up. I remember the exact chapter. I caught up to chapter 797. It was like a chapter where Luffy confronted Fujitora at the end of Dressrosa. I remember being so happy to catch up because I'm like, all right, cool. I'm finally caught up. Like I'm not going to get spoiled on anything. Because I remember, oh my gosh, let me tell y'all, when that Kaido reveal happened, I didn't know what was going on, but I knew something was going on. Something big in One Piece happened. I'm glad that moment didn't get spoiled for me. But like, listen, I could have easily got spoiled on it. So I dodged that by a bullet. I'm sure some people have gotten spoiled on that Kaido when he fell from the sky. That was crazy. But yeah, I caught up and I've been reading it weekly from there. I haven't missed any weeks. And I've loved it. Like, I've loved this catch up. I remember when I first caught up, it was in Zou, or we were heading into Zou, and then we in the Whole Cake Island, and it was just so, I think One Piece around that time had a lot of people like me that came from Bleach and Naruto into One Piece, and it was a lot of people who really loved it, and you could see their passion. I was watching YouTube videos and just discussions and everything. People were, and having discussions for hours about all types of different stuff, and I loved it. And I remember thinking to myself, like, man, I want to be involved in these conversations. And for years, I was like, man, I want to somehow find a way to get involved in these conversations. I kind of want to make videos. I'm not doing it. Or I didn't do it, and then I still didn't integrate into the conversations. They got to a point where, like, some months ago, I was like, AJ, what are you doing, bro? Like, you just get out here and do it. Like, what is holding you back? Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's one thing I love about this since I've been doing it. I don't have the biggest channel, obviously, but I just like the few comments I get. I like that engagement and things like that. I like just being able to vent on this camera about the story I love and you probably love too. And yeah, man, that's kind of my One Piece journey, man. Let me know what y'all One Piece journey is. Like, I'm very curious to know, because I feel like a lot of us have similar stories, but a lot of us have different stories, because there's people who've been watching One Piece since the 4Kids and Toonami days. I can't relate to that. I don't know how y'all did that. But yeah, from here now, since we're on the eve of chapter 1000, which this is big, I kind of want to give my predictions for next chapter. The last chapter had a big kind of somewhat cliffhanger with the Kaido fruit reveal, somewhat the fish fruit. We don't know what type of fish, but everybody's suspecting it's like the mythical carp type, where the carp, y'all know, everybody in the community knows the mythology behind it now. The carp climbs the waterfall, blessed by the gods, becomes a dragon, blah blah blah. That sounds like that's what it's gonna be, his devil. That's what his real devil fruit is. So yeah, I think next chapter is definitely going to actually reveal the devil fruit. Like, it's going to say it, because they just said fish type, but they didn't actually reveal it. Next chapter, I'm definitely thinking it's going to reveal it. And also, what I think is a sure win for next chapter is Luffy and Kid, at bare minimum, are reaching the top of the dome where Big Mom and Kaido at. That just kind of has to happen. Like, I think everybody's been predicting that for like 10 chapters now. Oda's been setting that up. But all of that stuff, while all that stuff's cool and all, that wouldn't live up to the hype of what chapter 1000 should be. Oda's been hyping this up. So I'm going to go out there and say that chapter 1000, I'm going to basically give my out there kind of predictions of chapter 1000. So first, I think chapter 1000, it could potentially have a little bit of a Rocks flashback from the Rocks Pirates and the God Valley incident. Big Mom and Kaido are already starting the conversation, so I would not be surprised if we see how Kaido get his devil fruit, and then it also reveals exactly what devil fruit he has and what was going on in God Valley at the time. Now, let me say this: I don't think we're getting the full God Valley flashback here. No, I just think we're getting a certain event from Big Mom and Kaido's perspective of what happened there. You get what I'm saying? And we're going to see a little bit of the dynamic, and we might see who Rocks. We see what Rocks look like. We only seen the silhouette of them. We might actually get the actual I don't know if we're gonna get the older box reveal of him, but we're going to see what he'd actually look like. I also believe, and this is like real theory territory, I also believe that chapter 1000, I'm going out there and say it's going to be revealed that the Marines are closing in on Wano. Now, I know Akainu at the end of the last act said that he doesn't plan on going to Wano, but they wouldn't set up Sword going there. They wouldn't Oda didn't just throw that whole Sword thing with Drake and Kobe in for no reason. I believe that the Marines are definitely going to Wano. Now, from this, you could question, well, who the hell is going to go to Wano? Who the hell is going to Wano? And I see the perfect opportunity for Oda right here, right now, chapter 1000, to introduce Admiral Green Bull. Like, Oda can really set that up. Like, that would be a huge chapter 1000 if you reveal the final Admiral. Like, we've been waiting for this for years, and I don't see any other time to reveal the guy. Like we're getting towards the end of the series. When are you going to reveal this guy? Like, how much screen time do you plan on giving him, Oda? Like, we got to see him. And I think his power is plant-based, and I believe his power is going to somehow affect how he gets to Wano. Like, I can see a panel of him like sprouting. I think he has like some plant power, so I think I can see him sprouting out of a branch or something on the Dendemushi with Akainu telling him that he's here. And also, speaking of Akainu, I wouldn't be surprised if Akainu's at the bottom of that waterfall waiting for the conclusion of the Wano arc. Hear me out. I believe that Akainu could go to Wano. Now, I don't believe he's going to be on the actual main island. I believe he's going to be at the bottom of the waterfall waiting for whoever, after the battle. I could see Akainu taking advantage of the situation and trying to take out all the pirates right there. That's just the type of character he is. He doesn't really care about the balance. He doesn't seem like he really cares about the balance of powers in the world. He just wants to get rid of the pirates. I don't want to reveal too much how I feel about that, but I believe we might see Akainu. That's a whole nother theory I want to make a video on. I'll make it at another time. But also, another option for chapter 1000 is that Oda can cut away. Because let me say this. I didn't say this before. I honestly believe chapter 1000 is going to end the act. Is it Act 3? I believe it's Act 3. I'm pretty sure Oda is going to end Act 3 in 1000. I think a lot of us think that too. And if he's ending Act 3, he can go away. So we can potentially get what happened with the revolutionaries at Mary Joa. We can get that. Or we can get, which I think is more interesting, is we can see whatever Blackbeard's doing, and Oda could set up the potential Blackbeard versus Shanks, like that they're going to collide with each other. Because I think most of us believe that Blackbeard and Shanks will fight at one point in time. I think chapter 1000 is the best way to set up that they're on a class collision course with each other. That would be crazy. Oh man, chapter 1000, man. Oda can go so many routes with this. He's left it so open-ended. I'm going to say, if all these theories are wrong, I'm almost certain that Act 3 is ending. I'm saying that now, and then watch later on today. Act 3 doesn't end when we get the chapter drop. But no, Act 3 is ending. That's the one thing I'm most confident in. Act 3 has to end at a chapter 1000. Oda, this is an opportunity. He can do so much. But shoot, man, with Oda, you never know where he can go. A lot of our theories come off wrong. We all thought Kaido was everything else but a damn fish. But yeah, you see where that got us. So you never know. But it's fun to throw this type of stuff out there. Let me know what y'all think down below. throw y'all theories. Don't be afraid. Talk to me. I'm going to engage with y'all. This is a journey we're all experiencing together. This is a big moment in anime history, especially to be able to share it on camera and upload it and share it with you guys, and y'all can give me feedback. Oh my gosh, that would be awesome. But yeah, man, chapter 1000 drops later on tonight, my time. You guys might be watching this at a later date, so or it's already out, so we'll see. But let me know what y'all think down below. Again, I'll say that big moment. Cherish this moment. We're getting it on Christmas too, at the scans at least. The scan looks like it's going to come out on Christmas. I think, I don't know. I don't even know if the spoiler's out yet. We'll see, but I'm pretty sure it's coming out tonight or tomorrow. So yeah, it's your boy AJ. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm out.